Finally, an easy week. It is the last week of September, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. It is the last week of September. Wow. Your fear challenge for the week. We're discussing death. Yay! Which is probably something odd to cheer, but considering our other recent topics, this is a much lighter topic. Finally, right? So, death. That's the easy part. Birth, living, going through loss, going through hurt, going through life. That's tough. Death? Death is the easy part. Totally. Totally. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now, a lot of people have different ideas about what happens to you when you die. It's all pretty much the same, really. You go home. Yay! And I can tell you from going home a few times, several that I remember, and, a bajillion different lifetimes before this one, death is the easy part. Not that we enjoy leaving other people behind, but the release of the pain, the release of everything is so freeing. It is a wonderful, amazing feeling to be surrounded by completely unconditional love. All the people that passed before us, all the animals that passed before us. My favorite way to explain it was way before 9/11, when you used to be able to wait for your arrival at the airport at the gate. And you could have flowers or a sign or whatever. And that's what it feels like, getting off of the airplane and going into a building and just a giant group of people waiting for you. Waiting to greet you, waiting to the dog, waiting to say hello, we missed you. And I always find it funny that whoever dies says, "Oh my gosh, it's been forever." And the people on the other side, like, it really has actually, it's been that long, because the time is perceived differently in each universe. So when we go home, we meet and greet. We review our life, what happened versus our contract. If there's penance, and I don't have a better word than penance. If there is anything we would like to do good for, perhaps we didn't handle a particular situation that we had written out on our contract in a way that we had expected to, as it was written out on our contract, and things were terribly wrong. We would like to do something extra for that. The people that go from overdoses, addiction, a lot of those people do penance. I just don't have a better word than that. So they will go back and they will usually help the families of someone going through a very similar situation. They will try to influence in a good way someone going through that situation. They try to do the closest to their situation as possible, so that they could figure out what they wish they had done and try and be like, hey, do this instead of whatever you're doing. So that's a good thing. Penance isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. We do that, and then we get to run around and learn and do stuff. Obviously, to me, the learning is the best part, because I love the library. There's knowledge everywhere. There's people teaching classes. There's people taking classes. It's there. Everything you want to do is there. Yay! Of course, you have access to all the Akashic records, except for yours. You're not supposed to read your own story. Everybody knows that. You can peek into the back. You just can't peek into the front. But someone who's done, I don't know. I had a weird story. Anyway, but the point is, that's basically the process of death. That it's great. You get to decide if you want to come back. You get to decide if you want to be spirit guide. You get to decide if you want to live in a different universe, just something different than Earth. You could come back as a lot of it doesn't happen very often that people come back as pets, but we all have at least one pet in our life that we could say was so soulful that it might as well have been a person. That might be a soul learning a particular lesson, because it's not humans that come back, it's souls. You got to kind of shift your thinking to remember that. The process of death. Do you leave immediately upon your heart stopping, to leave immediately upon your brain waves whatevering. And it depends on the situation. There aren't any cut and dry rules about that at all. People in immense pain typically are gone. They'll probably experience the pain as an oomph to get out of their body, but they won't. Once you die, you don't feel the pain anymore. So you're okay. You're okay. If someone has died because of a very painful incident, it's okay. It's okay. They didn't experience all the pain. They didn't experience all the suffering. It's okay. If they experienced some of it, that's okay. They've forgiven. Okay. Uh, they're past that now. I always joke they're past that now. It's cool. Especially the people that deal with murders. If you get shot, car crashes, fires, all that stuff. Anything that you can think of that would be truly traumatic, the soul is usually sucked out before you get stuck. That's why morgues aren't haunted. Hospitals are haunted way more than morgues. That's why funeral homes aren't haunted. Everybody's gone. People don't stay there. Duh. Cemeteries aren't haunted. Sorry. They're normally not. So death is the easy part. It's the easy part. After all of the caretaking, after all of the pain and suffering that someone might be going through, they done, they gone, they home. The rest of us are here dealing with that. So truly, in my mind, from my perspective as a medium and someone that's dealt with this, death is the easy part. This is the easy week. This is the easiest week in the entire challenge. So what is the challenge this week? I want you to think about. Once you pass, who's going to meet you? What pets do you want to see? Who are you hoping to speak to? What do you want to learn? Are you going to come back? Are you not going to come back specifically? What do you want to gain? What do you think that you have gained that you will be proud of yourself when you go through your review? What are you going to be ashamed of when you go through your review? We all have moments of that. It's okay. It's okay. What do you wish you had done differently? How are you going to live your life tomorrow so that you continue the pattern of awesomeness? How do you want to be remembered when you pass? Some people write their own eulogies. I might do that. I want an awesome eulogy. It's funny. My stepmother's father passed this week, and they struggled to find pictures. And I was like, wow, that's one thing that I hope never happens to me. So I'm going to start taking more pictures of me with the kids, me doing stuff with friends and family. I'm going to do more pictures because normally I'm taking pictures of everybody else. Like, I love taking pictures. So now I got to sneak in to more of the pictures so that they have decent pictures of me, in 100 years when I die. Silly things, like they were struggling to write the obituary. So start your obituary. You can update it every 20 years, whatever. What do you expect your friends would say about you, your memorial service? I'm going to be cremated, so no funeral for me, just a memorial service. Do you want to be cremated? Do you want a big open casket funeral? What do you want? What little things to think about, because death is the easy part. And what we leave behind, all our junk, all our finances, they say that you should keep this stuff together, but so many people don't. They don't. So I'd like to make it easy on my loved ones. In 50 years, I'll start doing that stuff. But if you are older, these are things that you should be thinking about, right? Really, I probably should just have that just for emergencies, for emergency preparedness purposes. We should all absolutely have records of like serial numbers of TVs and all that crap. So maybe that's something we should do this week. Write down our accounts, put it in a big envelope and fireproof safe. I'm not sure. Do something. Preparedness for your future. Death is the easy part. Just don't do that part yet. Don't do that part yet. Yeah, it's silly. I was like, it's been such a really difficult week, and a lot of weird thoughts. Everyone's just kind of sorting through the reality of him being gone and all this stuff, and The rest of the family's in New York. We are home. I will not allow the kids to go to a funeral, a memorial service, anything like that for a very, very, very long time. Now they say that having children at those things are good because it keeps people happy and positive, but because the kids are sensitive, I will not take them. I hate taking them to the hospital. Like, I would not let them visit me in the hospital when I was in the hospital a while ago because I don't want them in the hospital. A, because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, but B, because hospitals are haunted. So yes, yeah. Yeah, there really should be more ghost hunting at hospitals and a lot less at cemeteries. Just a thought. Now, cemeteries are usually crossroads, but that's a different story altogether. So, have a wonderful week. Good luck with your challenge. This is easy peasy, people. Write your own obituary. That could be totally fun. All right, that's your official challenge. Write an awesome obituary. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye.